All right, y'all, we are live on this beautiful Sunday evening. Blessings to everybody in the name of Jesus, Yeshua, the Messiah. Even if you are not religious, I still pray that you and your family are super blessed as Bitcoin is about to get a weekly candle close. And as the title of the video says, insane weekly close. This week will change everything for Bitcoin. Now, if that's not an eye-catching title, I don't know what is. What else you want me to do? Make a dang open mouth thumbnail with a Pikachu hat and a plunger. Maybe we could do it all, baby, because here we are to watch this weekly candle close. And I got a meat thermometer right here, baby, because things are about to get hot and spicy. We're going to jab the Bitcoin price action, test the temperature, see if it's hot or spicy. We're going to pump or dump coming up to FOMC, baby, where Jerome Powell comes out the gate swinging to change the interest rates. All right, we're in a little bit of a short, we're in a little bit of a long, and as usual, guys, if we can get 1,000 likes during the first half hour of the stream, we will be giving away 1,000 USDT. All right. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to Buck Carothers. He says, J. Casper coming in clutch. Shout out to the beer guy. Funny when you do polls, most of the time it's 50-50. But yeah, it'll go down for a while. Might bounce at 56K. Shout out to Rooster. Crazy day today. I live right in front of the golf course. Oh, snap! The golf course! Shout out to Bullish on Parade, RTB. Good that you showed up. Shout out to RTB. Shout out to Bullish on Parade. Shout out to AZTV. Shout out to Zen. Shout out to the beer guy again. And Alex Pineda. And Donchi. Did I short live? I didn't short. This is a live short trade, but this is a short trade I took on Friday. All right, in the Casper Crew VIP Discord, I let everybody know I shorted the golden pocket, baby. All right, and I hit a TP1 on that short trade as well, as you can see right here, guys. All right, short trade on Friday, still open as we're coming back down to potentially retest 58,475, and we're going to be getting into the juiciest price action today because it is juicy, it is spicy, as Tom Crown would say. Shout out to Tom Crown. Who else we got in the chat, guys? Make sure to smash up the dang likes. Shout out to Emer's twin. Shout out to Yao. Shout out to Brawai Koi. Greetings from Kurdistan, Iraq. Shout out to RTB 9000. This must be the cool white guys only club. You think I'm cool? Thanks, man. I appreciate it so much. All right, shout out to Kat, who says, "Hey, Jace." Shout out to Ryan Glisson. You ain't buying Nervous Network. What you doing, man? I don't mess around with those you know what coins. All right, those fecal matter coins. All right, shout out to Hornets. Shout out to Burke Anax X1. Shout out to Dead Cat. Shout out to Zaki. All right, guys, let's talk about the price action. Let's talk about this juicy price action. So what has happened, guys? Why did I take the short? Why did I tell everybody I was short from the golden pocket? Why short the golden pocket? Why? I'll tell you guys why. When you make a high and then you make a low, you always want to look for a head short at that golden pocket, guys. Always. The 618 Fibonacci, all right, aka 6 Juanita, my high school crush, the girl of my dreams, who I thought me and her were going to get married, have multiple babies together. Turns out, when I asked her on a date, she said, "Jason, you disgust me. You're the most filthiest man I ever met. Not only do you have back knee and acne, but you're a nerd. Okay, and I see you like a brother, aka you're in the friend zone, Jason. So look at this. She rejected me. And ouch, man, it hurt. It did hurt, I'm not going to lie. In fact, to this day, I've never had a girlfriend in my life. In fact, I'm an incel because of this interaction I had with 6 Juanita. But here's the thing. She does break your heart. But at least she could make you some money on the way down, baby, if you know what I'm saying, okay? Now, we are getting rejection from the 6 Juanita, but we are heading into a very important week because this is the week that we've been waiting for since 2022, January 2022, when the Federal Reserve started tightening things. All right, they took out their screwdriver. Jerome Powell took out a screwdriver and he started turning that thing clockwise. Tightening the screw, tightening raising the interest rates. But now for the first time in 2 years, he might be turning that screw counterclockwise, lowering interest rates. Now here's the thing. when you manipulate interest rates, it's absolutely going to have an effect on the price of assets. But the question is, as traders, all right, what's going to happen? I have a feeling, guys, this is just my personal feeling. I am concerned that we're going to have a bearish reaction on Wednesday. I think we can still get another pump. I asked in the poll, do you think we're going to pump or dump until Wednesday when Jerome Powell comes out the closet with his papers and his press conference and people asking questions and his mouth moves but no words come out? The words come out but no substance. All right? It's the processed food. I think we can get another big push up. I think we get a big push up to either around the $61,000, $62,000 level, or even, guys, a massive push to take out 65K before a bearish turn of events when Jerome Powell himself in the flesh comes out the closet once again, talking and flopping and groping those gums around, talking about interest rates. All right, I think we could have a buy the rumor, sell the news kind of event. I'm going to tell you why. All right, now, let's pop on over to TradingView. Okay, now I think we can still pump, even though we got a little rejection from the Fibonacci Golden Pocket. We want to take a look at the macro. Make sure to like the stream. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. All right. I know what you're thinking. This Bitcoin price, what the heck, man? It's more confusing than that picture of Jason.
Jason Casper. Let me tell you, that man is something else. A true warrior for change. He's the first ever trans non-carbon binary emission gender standards major to ever reach 200,000 subscribers on YouTube.
Oh no. I'm muted. Oh no. Oh no. We're going to start on the weekly time frame, all right? Weekly time frame. We are saying weekly time frame, all right? This is a bullish engulfing candle on the weekly time frame. What we mean by that is this. We had the body of the purple candle right down here. And this weekly candle has completely engulfed, the body of this candle has completely engulfed the bearishness of that purple candle, all right? This is a bullish candle. Also, market Cipher B on the weekly time frame. VWAP kind of starting to get a little bit of a pump to the upside, right? Now, we're going to go to the daily. Now, remember, we have been calling the tops and bottoms here based on the dots on market Cipher B, right? Back here, Monday, September 2nd, we looked like we might print a green dot. And I said, if we print the green dot and it confirms, I expect bullish for the rest of the week. If we don't, I expect bearish for the rest of the week. When we got this red dot printing up here, I said, if this red dot confirms, I expect bearish for the rest of the week. When this green dot confirmed, I said, I expect bullish for the rest of the week. These green dots here are very, very important. Why? Because they are basically arch nemesis. All right, they are both Mexican gangsters. El Punto Rojo, the red dot, as he's known, and El Punto Verde, all right, arch nemesis. Two Mexican cartel gang members smuggling candles across the border of support and resistance. Okay? When you see El Punto Verde, that is a very bullish thing. And here's the as long as we don't see El Punto Rojo rear his ugly head here, there still is room to the upside. What else? When we take a look at the 4-hour time frame, I would like to point out something that makes me think we could get another big push to the upside here. What is that thing? Well, oftentimes, as you guys know, if we are going to reject from 6 Juanita, right? 6 Juanita, the girl who rejected us and broke our heart in high school. Why did she reject us? All right, why? It's because she doesn't like nice boys like your man, Jason Casper. She likes bad guys like this guy, Sam Bankman-Fried. Now, when we analyze the anatomy of Sam Bankman-Fried, what do we notice about the boobs? Left side, large, in charge. There's something going on that left side. All right, we don't quite know what it is. Maybe he only goes to the gym and does decline dumbbell bench press on the left side only. Right side, very skinny. This is called a bearish divergence as the price gets higher into the golden pocket. When Sam Bankman-Fried's money flow and momentum waves get lower, that's called a bearish divergence. Well, when we look at what happened here, as we came into the 6 Juanita, we don't see a bearish divergence. All right. In fact, when we go to even lower time frames, like the 24-minute, we saw a slight bearish div here. Slight, but nothing too crazy. Money flow was still getting thicker, right? Money flow still getting thicker. So there is, I'd say, a significant chance that what happens when this week opens is the following, right? We pull a fib, low to high. We come back down to back test. Let's pull the volume here. We come back down to back test this high volume mode around 57.7, give or take. We bounce, and then leading up until Wednesday, we pump like a wild lady in distress, running through the wilderness with a laundry basket on her head. A crazy lady just running with the dang Bitcoin price. Okay? It could very easily happen, right? A crazy lady. She used to be Indian, but now she's black. And she's pumping. And look, here's the thing, guys. This is very important. We need to realize that this FOMC is so dang important. I do believe this is going to be a time where we see price begin a major trend. What I mean by that is I believe that this FOMC, whatever happens, all right, because we don't know for certain. The short-term volatility is going to be volatile, okay? But I truly believe that this is going to be the event that allows us to finally break out of this range that we've been trading now for a very long time. All right, we have been trading in this range for 200 days. This is so rare for Bitcoin to be in a range for 200 days. Very, very rare. So we are going to get a big move. And it could be to the upside, but it also could be to the downside, guys. It could be to the downside. So I want to talk about targets to the upside, targets to the downside. First of all, like I said, I do believe, I just feel it in my bones. All right, now I feel stuff in my bones. Like, for example, right, in the Casper crew on Friday, I told everybody we were going to pump. You guys saw the live stream on Friday. We were pumping. Why were we pumping? Because I felt it in my bones, right? I just felt it in my bones. Very interesting. Maybe we get a rocket, right? I feel a big move in my bones coming soon, baby. We could feel it, right? So, what am I even talking about? You know, I don't even know, which is why this is not financial advice and I'm not a financial advisor. But I do feel in my bones, guys, that if we hold that 57.7 level here, or if we come back down to backtest this, we still have a very few key levels to the upside that we could pump until Wednesday. So let's go ahead and pull the volume of this macro range here. The two levels I'm most interested in is going to be number one, $61,000, because $61,000 is going to allow us to grab all the short liquidity that we've been forming basically ever since we lost this key level, right? Ever since we lost this level, people have been trailing their stop losses above these highs, which is one of the reasons why I was so bullish all last week, saying, look, we have El Punto Verde on the daily time frame. These shorts need to get punished. We have punished the shorts. All right? We've come into the Fibonacci golden pocket with no bearish divergences. And so here's a real opportunity, in my opinion. Come down, get the back test, and then we pump up to take out these guys. We have a 4-hour order block right here at around 61.8. This could be the top, right? Depending on how long it takes us to get here, this could be the top. Now, another even more bullish scenario here is we just come and take out everybody who shorted from this area right here, and then come into the high volume node of the range at $67,000. Once we come to $67,000, it's going to be a very, 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 very key level. Why? Well, because this will maintain the downtrend of high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and then come in to make that lower low. It will maintain the downtrend. It's a very, very high key volume level, and it will catch a lot of people off guard, because when we are reclaiming this high at 65, people are going to say, oh, we're breaking out of an inverse head and shoulder pattern, right? We got the inverse head and shoulder. We got this. We got this. We got this. People are going to say, oh, that's it. We're breaking out the previous resistance. You know, we got this thing going on, breaking out, smash into resistance, trap a whole bunch of longs. Right when Jerome Powell comes out, it'll probably pump a little bit, and then bam. All right. This is a scenario I am very prepared for. We need to be prepared for the bear scenario. All right. Prepare for the bear scenario. All right. I had a friend named Jer, and I said, Jer, we got to prepare for the bear scenario. He said, Jay, I concur with what you were thinking, my friend. We got to prepare for the bear scenario. All right. Now, let's talk about an even more bearish scenario right now. Let's say we're not going to pump. Let's say we dump before FOMC, because we do have to remember, you know, where did we reject, right? We rejected, first of all, at 65K from the Fibonacci golden pocket retest, right? Which is the short setup we also did given the Casper Crew VIP Discord, which is the short trade I still have open right now from that level, that $65,000 level, up 15,000 US dollars in profits. Okay. Wow. Shout out to our super chat. Shout out to the beer guy. Can't hear you. Thank you. Appreciate you, the beer guy. Shout out to Michael Vandervoort. Did last week's CME gap get filled at 53,950? No, I don't think it did, man. I don't think it did. All right. I don't think it did. So what's the more bearish scenario? Well, the bearish scenario right now is this. Technically speaking, we are rejecting from the local golden pocket and the value area low of the range, which means if this is the beginning of a bigger move to the downside here, we could actually see us dump leading into FOMC, which could then actually give us the catalyst for a reversal. Because here's what typically happens for FOMC. We get short-term volatility, where right away, out of nowhere, we get some Darth Maul candles, right? Right away, price goes like bam, then boom, and then boom, back into the middle. But then it kind of picks a direction, right? I haven't done it now, but I encourage you to go and plot a vertical line on the chart every single FOMC, going all the way back to like 2022, and you will see that that's where the price decides on a bigger term trend that continues now for the next few weeks, right? And so the fact that we've been in a range for 200 days, we have a big fundamental event coming up that is going to cause volatility, makes me think we could see something massive happen here. Now, there is a chance, like I said, that we actually, let's just say, for some reason, we could pump, right? If we pump, the levels to the upside, 67K. We reclaim 67K. There's no reason why we shouldn't look for another high. I personally don't feel like this is the most probable right now, but we do need to be aware. If we're holding above 67K as support, this is most probable, right? Now, we do need to be very, very careful here. I almost would prefer the price to come down first before we do this. Now, why do I prefer that? It's because if we actually go to the weekly time frame right now, which, by the way, guys, this just in, breaking news, El Punto Verde has been spotted on the weekly time frame, baby. El Punto Verde on the weekly time frame. Man, but here's the thing, El Punto Verde has been off his game lately, because he showed his head up here, back here, and that dumped us. He showed his head back here, and that dumped us too. So in keeping with El Punto Verde's MO, I don't know what that means, but it's a phrase that baby boomers use. His MO. Yeah, I know what that is. His MO. In keeping with his MO. That would mean, guys, that this could give us that pump and dump scenario, right? But look, if we do get that pump right now, let's say we do take out the highs within the next few weeks and like October super bullish, that would look extremely bearish on the weekly time frame. Like extremely bearish, guys. Like that would be scarily bearish here on these high time frames, considering the fact that we've confirmed monthly bear divergences and potentially even would have some extreme 2-month bear divergence if that happens. I would be very cautious. That's why I would say it would be healthier for the market almost if we got a dump to the downside first, and then we topped out in the middle of 2025. Because remember, yes, we all remember that when we're just looking historically at the cycles here, right? We get that halving, and then we kind of top out maybe like, you know, almost like a year later, or like a year after the halving, right? So we got that first halving around, I think it was right around this area, right around June 2020, right? And I consider the top of the cycle to be around May 2021. So it's about a year later, right? Yeah, we made a double top, but in general, we look for that top about a year after the halving. So we had our halving this time in April 2024, right? So about a year later after that would bring us to like March, April 2025, right? Right around this time. So it would actually be healthier for us to, I know this is scary, right? But to come down, maybe retest a lower Bitcoin, and then we could finally get that last big push to see that final higher high of the cycle to hit that target, right? Because if we do it too soon, that could lead to a premature market collapse. All right, that's not what I want to see. I don't want to see it premature. All right, don't want to see it end that way, right? Don't want to see it end that way, guys. Now, of course, if we do get another move to the downside, what are we looking at? Well, you guys know me. All right, I am looking at that $40,000 to $43,000 level, because again, we have multiple sections of intersectionality, right? Now, I don't think my sound was on when I told you guys that this is a picture of me when I graduated from college with a degree in trans, non-carbon, binary emission gender studies. Of course, after that degree, I was $500,000 in debt. I couldn't find a job, and it was very frustrating trying to get people to call me by my right pronoun. I identified as P ? Because I even didn't know, is my hair pink, is it purple? So I just identified, what's your gender? P ? P ? They wouldn't call me that. All right, they would either call me sir or ma'am, and it would drive me nuts. But I knew a lot about intersectionality from that degree. And intersectionality, what is the definition of that? It's when multiple things intersect in one place. So right here we have the value area high of the entire 4 years of price action. We got the high volume node of all of January. We got the golden pocket from last year's low to the all-time high. We have the trend line of the entire bull market. We have the trend line of this little kind of like trumpet pattern right here. So this would be a massive area to be looking, right? Let's just say FOMC, you know, buy the rumor, sell the news. We get a slow grind, back down 50K. We come down, you know, maybe come down to 47, get a little bit of a dead cat bounce here. Then all of a sudden capitulation, and then we get that big move, right? So far, let's just be honest. When we look at this, there's nothing about this. The closest thing that we saw to thinking the bottom could be in here was back on August 5th when we got that big wick on the daily time frame, right? This big wick on the daily right here. We want to see something like this, right? If we start to collapse and then we see wicks like this on the daily candles, that's a big sign that we're going to get that reversal coming on in, right? We're going to get that reversal coming on in. Dang it, Jason, why are you talking all southern all of a sudden, man? Jason, how come you're talking so southern all of a sudden, man? I can't help it. All right, now hang on. Now I told you at the beginning of the stream, we got ourselves a meat thermometer here to see the temperature of this price action. Now right now, it's about 73 degrees Fahrenheit. Now for all you people from across the pond, all right? So for all my people in the UK, we've got also centigrade for you. Celsius, I mean, I'm sorry. So we don't discriminate here. Talking about Fahrenheit, Celsius, whatever. But we've got to determine right now ourselves what's the temperature of the price action. And so personally, I feel like the temperatures, we get that drop first, and then we can top out in the beginning of 2025. It lines up perfectly, guys. It lines up so perfectly with everything, right? Jerome Powell, rate cuts. I feel like short term, that could be bearish. But then once they start, if they start quantitative easing again, that will be bullish. It will line up nicely with Trump being elected president. And then, of course, Trump's going to be claiming that he's fixing the economy. It's really just interest rates lowering, which causes the stock market to rise and all this stuff. They play this left-right game with each other. You know, it's really the Fed that manipulates everything, right? So that could really be the perfect catalyst for the beginning of 2025. Trump getting into office. Everyone's feeling super positive about the economy and everything. You know, self-fulfilling prophecy. Everything just pumps like crazy. Then we top out. All right. Then maybe after Trump's first year or something, we get the next pandemic. We get something crazy to happen, and who knows then what could happen from there. We'll enter into a bear market. All right. Then we'll enter into a bear market. The fundamentals and the technicals always line up perfectly somehow. Right? It always lines up perfectly somehow. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. We got about 1,100 people in here. Only 300 likes. Guys, if everybody were to like the stream right now, do you know how much money we would give away? We would... Oh my goodness, guys. This trade almost got stopped out. Oh my goodness. Guys, you know, this trade from Friday where I was negligently adding to it, it almost got stopped out. We wicked down to my entry, man. We wicked down to my entry. But, it's all right. We already made $10,000 on Friday from this trade. So we're already $10,000 in profit on this. But the reason I put my entry and my stop loss here is in case we came down for that retest. So this is like a make it or break it kind of zone right here, guys. But rest assured, I think I'm going to be looking to fire off a freshie. I'm going to be looking to fire off a freshie if we come back down to this area here. Right from 57.7 to like 58K. Firing off a freshie. That's what the young kids call it. Those young kids out there, that Gen Z, Gen Alpha, we're firing off a freshie, baby. Baby, we're firing off a freshie is what they say. All right, shout out to everybody in the chat. We got some people in here. Shout out to Everlasting Phenomena. Shout out to McMaze. Twin Trump whiff hat. Gonna kill it when alt market kicks in. Am I looking for Ethereum longs? Nah. Nah. All right. Shout out to Zen. Shout out to Caleb Corzo. Much respect, JC, trading on a Sunday night. Well, yeah, man. Total cap runs the charts. Dumping poopy pants. Can't crack 2.05/6, says Human Crypto. Shout out to Crypto Incognito. Shout out to Annabelle Manuel. Shout out to Charles Benitez. The monkey or the elephant virus or whatever. Yeah, exactly, man. You know, whatever they got to do. The next big thing. The next big thing. Shout out to John Ploney. Shout out to Damon Alex Pardon. Can you look at XR Pizzle? We might be able to look at some XR Pizzle. Shout out to Divine Hood. Shout out to Divine Hood's brother. Oh, man. Well, Divine Hood's brother. If I ever meet you in person, bro... I hope you don't call me bro. I hope you use P question mark for me. All right. Shout out to Sergio Angel. He says, yeah, Jason, I'm down for that. One last major dump to pick up the cheap alts. Yes. Yeah, the cheap everything. All right. Shout out to Charles. Same levels as me. That's what's up, man. Good old confluence. You know, we got that same confluence. All right. Shout out to Bitcoin Livestream. Shout out to Jeremias, who says, hola, hola. Shout out to Gymnastic Flyer. He says rap, yo. Should we do a rap? I mean, look, we're dumping, baby. I think we could get a bounce from around one of these areas here. All right, let's see. I'm probably not going to take a trade until tomorrow when New York opens, to be honest with you guys. I'm probably not going to take a trade until tomorrow when New York opens. But man, it looks like yeah, it really does kind of look like the this long trade is going to get stopped out, man. You know, this long trade is going to get stopped out right over here. I held it over the weekend. I was thinking to myself, you know, if it pumps, you know, I'm $170,000 long. I added to the trade, obviously, since Friday, right? We got long over here, right? We got long over here. But then Friday, once we broke out of this area, I just kept adding to it because I'm like, man, if we keep pumping, we keep pumping, right? But look, we already made, what did we make here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we made like 10. Yeah, this was a different position. So yeah, we made about 10 grand on this trade. So When that stop loss gets hit, it'll probably lose me a couple $100. So we're about 10 grand, all right? No worries, no worries. Man, 10 grand in the course of the 11th to the 15th. 10 grand in 4 days, man. Only with trading can you do that kind of stuff, unless you're like, I don't know what other kind of people do that. Probably some other people out there. But that's what's up, man. Okay, so yeah, let's see. I'm gonna set some alerts here. I'm gonna set some alerts, some live alerts. All right, we've also got the anchored VWAP right here. I'm gonna set an alert on the anchored VWAP here. This is a key resistance. We'll set an alert right there. And then we're also want to set an alert. I'm gonna pull a fib. Excuse me for the sloppy chart. This is my actual trading chart that I actually trade on. Oh man, this daily level looking pretty fine. This is looking pretty fine. Girl, you're looking fine. I'm gonna set an alert right there, girl. Oh yeah. You know who I'm talking about. 6 Juanita, baby. 6 Juanita coming down. Right to the 6 Juanita daily confluence. Man, I'm starting to get my confidence back. About to ask her out on another day. Hopefully this time she won't reject me. Hopefully this time she'll be there for support. All right. So yeah. Wow, it's crazy. We're not going to 40K, dude, says Jumpman. All right, Jumpman. All right. Shout out to Ethan in the chat. What's going on, bro? May God bless you. I love you, Ethan. May the Lord bless you. And I keep you in prayer, brother. All the time. May God bless you. May he bless your family. Shout out to Gary Pooney. What's my average Rick to reward ratio? Always more than a 2-to-1. I'm usually going for 3-to-1s, man. At least. Staying fit and banking the greens, keeping it up. Yeah, you know, you got to be on the treadmill, making all those juicy profits, all right? All right, so let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see if we can facilitate a move on Bitcoin right here. Whoa, are we dumping a little bit? Sometimes in life, guys, those blue candles do turn purple.
Crystal made that hit, boy.
Yeah, they turn purple. Yeah, they were blue, but now they're purple. Gotta watch out. Yeah. The candles were blue, and then they turned purple. Jason Casper's such a nerd, just like Steve Urkel. So I took a long right from the top. I go away, come back, the price starts to drop. Oh no, here we go. Ha, 1,000 in the chat, about to pop. Then we're coming back down to the next GP, where we look for a bounce between you and me. But hey, we're dropping back down. The Bitcoin price hopefully turns around to the next level, where we look for the bevel. Got the nice order block, hopefully in shovel, cause we're coming back up. The Bitcoin price in a nice big cup of coffee, caffeine running through my veins every single day when I'm taking all the trades. Yo, it's Jake Casper, and what do you know? Just sit back and listen to my crypto flow. When we're walking on the treadmill day after day, we're coming back to the charts just to get paid. Yeah, took a short from resistance. Bitcoin rejected, hopefully we go the distance. We come back up to the 786. 61K Bitcoin up to her tricks. Cause you know when I asked her out, she gave me the face, my smile turned into a pout. Then we got the rejection and she picked a direction. The purple candles flowing out my heart, introspection. She left me for this man, Sam Bankman-Fried all over the land. He's doing drugs in Bahamas with all his friends, stealing all your money, driving Mercedes-Benz. But when we look at the chart and we ask ourselves, do we see the boobs? We don't wreck ourselves because they're not there. We're in our underwear and we're trading over here and we're trading over there. We think maybe the beginning of the week, JP comes out and he gives a little peek with the interest rates going down. The Bitcoin about to bounce, then we turn around. Hopefully we come maybe even up to 67K. POC of the range, what do you say? But then we get the rejection, we flip the direction back to 43K. Mad introspection, because when we're in a downtrend, you can't trust anybody. Don't be friends with the people that you meet in the Discord. They're gonna try and scam ya, haven't you heard it? Yeah, when we're walking on the treadmill, Pikachu hat, hopefully we're going uphill. Got the games like NES, Super Mario Brothers. That's what I play best, and you know we got the meat thermometer. We're gonna stab the price action, you heard? Gonna see if it's hot, gonna see if it's cold. No salmonella because you don't wanna scold your mouth when you're eating eggs in the raw. Bitcoin price coming down, didn't you saw? Got the weekly close, now a weekly open. The Bitcoin price, what the heck, is she broken? No, she's just doing her thing. We got an inefficiency and it has to come swing to the support resistance flip. First we take a dip, then we come down and the price will flip. As support and resistance, resistance and support. Hopefully your long trade doesn't get hoard. Alright, that's all we got, man. It's a Sunday night, so obviously, you know, my brain's a little bit cloudy, alright? My brain's a little bit cloudy on this Saturday night, guys. Sunday night? Saturday night. I don't know. Shout out to Memory Man. Shout out to Trade with Fazy. Shout out to Gorab. And shout out to Army of Turbo. What did I walk into? Just some idiot on the internet, guys. Alright, no big deal. Not a big deal. Alright, well, what do you know? It's been, I'd say it's been a good stream, guys. I'm gonna head out. May God bless you all in Jesus' name. Even if you're not religious. May the Lord bless you all. And I will see you guys tomorrow. God bless you and peace.